Welcome back to the Naruto and One Piece art. I mean podcast. This time with the Thriller Bark art. The reason I'm not playing this song, playing Terror Time again and not a One Piece song, because this reminds me of Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. Hi, my name is Naruto Soccer fan in Kentucky.
I'm Venus Diaz.
And welcome to another Naruto One Piece podcast. First, before we start, I want to say again, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. As without him, we probably wouldn't be here. I know he died last week, but I still want to pay my respects.
We wouldn't have all these great series that inspired by him.
Exactly. So we would be here if it weren't for him. Now we're in Thriller Bark. Probably one of my favorite. I thought it started off slow, but then I started to like it.
Yeah.
A few days. We'll start with this. A few days after leaving the Water 7. Okay. They left Thriller Bark, right? I mean, they left the Water 7 for Thriller Bark. The first thing we see is Naruto and Sakura discussing wedding plans. They have all the details. They have the food. They plan the food. They plan where to have the wedding. But there's something missing. Naruto wants a musician for the wedding. And Sakura said, "But where are we going to find a musician at a time like this? And who are we going to pay?" And I could see Luffy saying, "Yeah, we need a musician to also join our crew." Naruto will say, "Oh yeah, he's always wanting a musician for our crew, rather than a doctor or a shipwright."
Yeah, that is Luffy's thinking.
Yeah, and Sakura will quip,
Then
"Yeah, you
Sakura
make
has
few."
Sanji to cater the wedding.
Yes, anything for you, dear Sakura. He still simps for Sakura, even after she's getting married.
Yeah, Sanji would still do that.
Yeah.
So, do you think Naruto and Sakura are taking like cooking lessons from Sanji, just like to know how they could cook, just in case they get separated from the crew?
Yeah. Of course,
I feel he'd be the best one to ask.
Yeah, he's still begrudgingly. He still doesn't like Naruto for taking Sakura away from him, even though he never belonged to her in the first place.
Oh, like Sanji had that much of a shot.
Right. Then
Right, he probably would just
then the story starts.
Come Sakura, he found somebody more beautiful.
Yeah. Imagine him looking
I
at
just say
Tsunade.
if he saw Boa, he'd probably just dump Sakura and go after her.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Then, as they're on their way to Fishman Island, they thought I believe Nami thought there was a big storm, but it was before they met Brooke. Do you remember?
Yeah, it's something about the barrel that led them into like Thriller Bark, I think.
Yeah, and Naruto will say, "Who's throwing barrels at us? A giant gorilla?"
Mhm.
And Sakura look
Is there
at
gonna
him.
be a little
Where?
plumber that's gonna show up too?
Who?
Is there gonna be a little plumber that's gonna show up too?
Yeah,
No, you just made a Donkey
yeah. I did make a
Kong
Donkey
reference. I
Kong
had
reference.
to make a Mario reference.
Yeah. And Naruto's like, "Why don't we get a plumber as well to join our crew?" Because it doesn't work like that, says Luffy. We need a musician first.
Yeah. Besides, Frankie'd probably take care of the plumbing anyway.
Yeah.
Imagine they had groundskeeper Willie on their crew.
And yeah. Imagine him fighting too. Oh, he kicked some ass when he.
I mean, the dude can fight.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, he fought a wolf.
Yeah, anyway, then they made it to the Florida Triangle. I think that's called. Then then Naruto sees ghosts and he hides behind Sakura. And, and Luffy asks, "What's with him?" Sakura said, "Oh, he has this
I got a
fear
feeling
of
I can see
ghosts."
Naruto saying like he never told Sakura about that.
Oh, yeah, that too. I'm sorry, Sakura. I just have this fear of ghosts. Was there an explanation why
Would he have
was
told
scared of
Sakura about
ghosts?
that?
I don't think so. I
No,
think that's better. There was no explanation why he doesn't like ghosts.
no.
Yeah. Anyway, him and Usopp and Nami and Chomper get scared. Then they hear brings sake. Yo ho, yo ho, and they look to see a skeleton playing playing the violin. And Sakura will say, "On any other world, I would find that strange." Of course, that was a Nick Cage joke.
Yeah.
Then 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 Luffy says, "I want to go see." No, no, don't do it, Luffy. And he goes there anyway. And Sakura say, "I'll go join him before he gets himself into trouble." And that's where they met Brooke. Then when Brooke sees Sakura, he says, "Can I look at your painting?" And Sakura has that vein on her eyes and eyes turn white and punches him and says, "As if." Of course, it would be one of the funniest line. It, it, it's one of the funniest running gags. Not as funny as when every time Naruto Sakura kiss, Sanji sees it and whines, and Naruto punches him. Yeah. then Brooke joins the crew at their ship, and then well, Luffy asks if Brooke can poop, and Naruto says, "Seriously, you're asking him that?" And I believe Brooke said yes. Then I would, I would cry, except I have no bones. He explained that about his shadow being stolen, and he can't leave until the sun until the sun goes down. He Luffy asked him to join his crew, but he turns it down because of that. Then the gates of Thriller Bark captured them, and Broken warns them to escape in, and then he leaves. And and Luffy jo- wants to explore Thriller Park, while the others wants to escape. Robin tells them that there, there's a large wall covering the island, and Naruto Naruto sees a ghost. And he says, "On second thought, can I have to. I can't go on this island disease." He he joins Usopp, Nami, and Chomp as Sakura says, "Oh, Naruto, you're a Hokage. You face you faced demons. You faced a man who turns into a snake, and ghosts scare you." It's, and Naruto's, "Hey, I'm insensitive." And Sakura says, "Why am I marrying such an idiot?" But I wouldn't have it any other way. Because I could see her saying that.
Yeah.
And everyone joined, and Frankie reveals the mini Mary, and Naruto, Usopp, and Nami and Chopper jumps in. To, well, not, well, Sakura said, "For the record, I know you're going because that's where the ghosts aren't." And Naruto's, "You know, I should really stay with them so I can protect them." Of course, I made that reference to in game where where Quill says to Rocket, "For the record, I know you're going there because that's where Thanos isn't." And Rocket said, "You know, you really should you listen to your captain, Quill." and and the same thing that happens in anime, and they make it to Thriller Bark, and then they see the zombies, Naruto and Nami and them.
Yeah. Especially that one with that tree zombie.
Yeah, and Naruto's, "Oh, I knew I should stay. Oh, I knew I should have stayed at the boat." And and they all run. I wish I could do shadow clones, but I can't. Can't. Then Naruto remembered. Oh yeah, I forgot. I could disguise myself as zombies, as a zombie. And Nami said, "No, you're not doing that."
No, we're not doing that.
Then they meet. Yeah. Then I believe they met Sindri after all that. And Sindri says
I
she will
think,
introduce.
and Hogback.
Yeah, and Chomper gets all fanboy. and and I can see Naruto saying maybe if he's a respected doctor, then maybe Sakura might like him too. Oh Naruto, you poor fool. You too,
Yeah.
you too, Chomper. Meanwhile, back at the Thousand Sunny, I believe that they find the mini Mary empty. I could see Sakura saying Naruto's missing. Normally, I would say he can take care of himself, but he still knew. But I don't know if he could take care of all three at once. We'll go. We've got to go back and save them. Then I, then after that, I they met Doctor Hobak and Naruto's kids. Naruto of all people said, "Okay, this guy creeps me out," and Nami agrees. And then and then they were asked to spin out, and Naruto said, "We're gonna make a run for it, okay?" And all three of the big but Chopper wants to stay because Doctor Hobak he wants to learn more from Doctor Hobak, right?
Hmm.
Meanwhile, back at the Sunny Mary, Sakura and Luffy and the others join. Then Sakura feels something grab her. They said. Then she hears a voice. It's you make a perfect bride. Who are you? Guys, someone's grabbing me. Then Sakura! Luffy screamed, but it's too late. Sakura disappeared. So, no, where'd she go? And why did I hear someone say his bride? Isn't she Naruto's bride? Asks Zoro. She should be mine, says Sanji. Oh, and Nami, Nami uses her powers to cover up Sanji's face. We better go, and says we better go find her. And then Naruto, before it's too late. Right. No, waste no time. And then they meet then they meet some zombies and they ask they talked about their shadows being stolen and they ask them to get them back and Luffy says and Luffy pr- says that he promises that he will
Then doesn't he ask that zombie trainer to join his crew?
Yeah, and Sock. No, wait.
You're like, what
Zoro
good is
says,
that gonna do?
yeah. And back at the back at the mansion. Then they heard of the name. That actually no. Before that, um, they Luffy asked who did this, and his name is Gecko Moria. And Robin says, "Did you say Gecko Moria?" And Naruto and Luffy asks, "Do you know who he is?" Yes, he's a warlord of the sea with a bounty that exceeds even you, Luffy. And that's stunned Luffy. No way! No way you should have a higher bounty than me. Come on, guys, let's go find Mario and kick his ass. Back in the mansion, Naruto and the others find Hoback's lab. After this, they watch him create a zombie, and Naruto's dis- and Naruto and Chopper feels. I think this is the part where Chopper feels betrayed by Hoback.
Yeah.
And Chopper cries, and Naruto's. It's no time to be crying, Chopper. We gotta find Luffy and the others. Then he has this feeling, and oh no, Sakura might be in trouble too, because they're they're connected,
Hmm.
and Sakura and I bel Sakura finds herself being captured by Absamum, and then
Mm-hmm.
he flirts with him and said, "Ah, you must be Sakura. My thousand apologies." Then he reveals himself, and Sakura looks disgusted. A leopard man? Wait, are you a devil fruit? Are you a devil fruit user too? He said, and he said, no. And he said, no, I'm not. But I could see you are, and I look, and I had to choose between you or that orange haired beauty, and I saw your strength, and I thought we would make a lovely couple. But and Sakura says, "No way! I'm in love with Naruto Uzumaki, and he and I'm gonna fight you, my." Of course, Sakura fights Optimum, and I don't, and she doesn't win. She gets knocked off unconscious.
Oh
And he
no!
Tyra,
Did they
huh?
meet Perona yet? Did they meet
Yeah,
Perona yet?
yeah. I think that's what happened. Um, been a couple weeks since I've
Those
seen it.
negative ghosts. I think they might have. I think they might have met her ghosts outside before going to the mansion.
Yeah. Then Lola comes in and tries to and interrupts the wedding, and
With the
Sakura reveals
warthog zombie.
yeah, and Sakura says, "I'm." Lola tries to kill Sakura and says, "I'm getting married to someone else." And Lola was like, "What? Yeah, I'm getting married to Naruto Uzumaki." Then Lola takes out a picture of that guy, this ugly man with the, and Sakura says that's not what he looks like. His hair is much better than that. I hope with his neck, and then she wrote, I said, I hope his next mountain, yeah, they have his good looks. She hate she hates him just as much as he does. And quite frankly, who could blame her?
Yeah.
Then we have that scene where Nami tries to encourage Lola to fight for Absalom. Absalom. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she tells the story of how Naruto never gave up on her, and that was his ninja way. She told him of how he was in love with her, and how he disguised himself as Sasuke, and that's when he realized he. That's when he realized it, and deep down, that's when I realized I loved him, even though I thought he was Sasuke. And Lola cries and says, "That's so beautiful." And Sakura thanks her. I don't like that. And Sakura says, "So don't give up on her. So don't give up on your man, like my man hasn't given up on me." Then I think the next part is where they split up,
I
and Luffy finds a suit of armor,
remember
puts it
right.
on.
Sanji should already have his shadow taken. Yeah, I think Sanji's shadow's taken.
Yeah, that's what happened next.
Yeah, I think so. If Luffy's already in the suit of armor.
Yeah, then Zoro got his taken, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Sanji, when they got in the mansion, Sanji just like disappeared
Yeah, they're
randomly, which I'm like,
you
wait,
know
where'd he
they're
go?
yeah, and then after that, Luffy tries to then Luffy fights the zombie generals, and, and then Robin and Frankie team up, I believe, against that giant spider.
Yeah, the spider monkey.
Yeah.
Where we see Robin can have wings with her those extra hands she can make.
When I saw that, I was like, "Wow, she looks beautiful with those wings. She looks like an angel."
Yeah,
I can't wait until we talk about the part where she says, "No, I'm not doing that."
then this where
Then then they fight the spider
Rourke
monkeys
shows
too.
up and shows how he beats the zombie.
Yeah.
which is an interesting weakness.
Yeah.
Then we get the big twist about him and Laboon.
Yeah. Of course, Luffy wasn't there yet to know about it.
No, they don't find that out till they get back to the ship and find the three of them like sleeping.
Yeah. And then we have that, and then we have the infamous scene where Luffy gets captured, and then his shadow gets taken away.
Yeah, it gets put in ores.
Yeah, I think I might have a Naruto version of Oars too. Yeah, in fact, that's what will happen after that. Naruto gets in a fight with who did he get in a
I mean,
fight
they
with?
could hardly handle ores himself.
Yeah, and then and then Naruto fights and loses. Actually, Naruto saw it too with Nami and Usopp and Chopper. Naruto's like, I gotta save
Saw
Luffy.
what ores' frozen body.
Yeah, and Nami tries to stop Naruto, but it's too late, and he fights Moria, and Moria wins, and Moria takes Luffy's shadow. I mean Naruto's shadow.
So Luffy still has his shadow then.
No, he has his shadow taken as well. He like Naruto, he
Okay, so
will
they
have his
both are they made it.
yeah he had Naruto has his own ores.
I would just say just put both their shadows in ores.
Yeah, okay, that's even better. And it's a
Because yeah,
combination
if they have to fight
of
two ores, it's not gonna because they can barely handle ores by himself.
yeah, that's true. And how about how about ores is voiced by both
Then you
Colleen
get like a
Kickenberg.
fusion of like Josh.
Yeah, a combination of Josh and Colleen at the same time. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah, kind of like Billy Zane and Riku being overdubbed.
Yeah. I don't think Nami had her shadow taken, did she?
No, it was just Sanji, Zoro, Luffy, and Robin who lost him in the arc.
Right. So it's
Robin's
the same will happen.
was at like the very end.
Yeah. Yeah. Should I have Nami's shadow be taken as well? Since she wasn't kidnapped here?
Nah,
Yeah, but how will she go back to the boat with the others?
I don't know.
How about she goes with Sanji and Usopp? And then when they hear oars,
So like, if I'm remembering right,
Cram.
they'd be fighting Corona. Oh yeah, I could see that because pretty much the rest of the crew is
Yeah.
fighting oars that whole time.
Yeah.
While also fighting Sindri and Hogback. 'Cause Usopp was
Right.
fighting Perona at the time, since her ghosts don't affect him.
right, and it's done the same, and
Which
it's done the same
that
way.
sounds funny. How he just freaked her out with like
Yeah,
hitting,
Usopp makes
pretending to hit her with that ton mallet.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
and it was rubber. And then they put on orders for zombies to capture, but they're destroyed by Usopp's salt star.
Mm-hmm.
Funny, and they see Luffy, Naruto, and the other, and Sanji and Zoro asleep, and
The zombies
then
that
Nami
have
asks,
their
"Where's Sakura?"
shadows.
Yeah, and and Nami asks, "Where's Sakura?" She gets all worried and said, Luffy, wake up!" Then she pounds all of them and says, "Oh, damn it, Nami, that really hurt." Then Naruto says, "Where's Sakura? Wasn't she with you?" And Luffy said, "Yeah, but then she got captured by this mysterious fella." And he says he's gonna make her his bride. And Naruto's eyes twitch. His bride. And he gets all freak mode, and it scared everyone,
Oh,
including
like
Nami.
hell he will.
Whoever whoever kidnapped my Sakura is gonna pay. I will. And then they have the story, and they were. But did they reunite with Robin, and they told him the story of their shadows? If they don't get their shadows back, they'll disintegrate.
I think they knew that when they first met Brooke.
Oh yeah, so we got until sunrise, and Luffy says, and Luffy makes his plan, and he says, "Naruto, you rescue Sakura with plan." And Sanji says, "Can I go?" And Naruto gives him the coldest death glare. He said, "Never mind." Because even though he's love struck with Sakura, he is still afraid of Naruto's death glare.
Yeah.
And Nami says, "But you still need backup, so I'll go. I'll go with you to save Sakura. She is my best friend after all." And and Naruto says, "You got a good point. Come on, Nami. We're gonna save Sakura together." And Sakura says, "Yeah, I can't let my
I
best
think
friend."
Naruto dragged his Buster Sword in some salt.
Yep. But how are we gonna find her? And Naruto then turns into a dog and sniffs Sakura's.
Hmm.
Should it be her panties? No, no,
I
he's
don't
not that
know.
pervert. Sniffs something that belonged to Sakura. How about her her bed did he?
Yeah, maybe. Or a shirt.
Yeah, her shirt, one of her shirts, and
Mm-hmm.
he follows the scent, and Nami says, "Good thing you had that. You had the fox devil fruit power. And then the priest says, "Dearly beloved, we gather here." Then he gets interrupted to say. Then he gets interrupted by Doctor Hallback and orders Anselm to come. He said, "Hold off the wedding. It's better be important." And Doctor Hallback says, "The Strawheads are coming back. Can I at least get married?" And he said, "Well, I don't see why not." Then he goes back and tries to marry Sakura again. But then they hear punches and dog buttons, and out that then they see Naruto, who transformed back into his human form with his Buster Sword. Sakura. Then he jumps in and kicks Ansem, and then catches Sakura, and then he looks at her. So, whoa,
I can see him tossing her to Nami.
What? What'd you say?
I can see Naruto tossing Sakura to Nami to keep her safe.
Yeah, keep her safe, Nami. This is personal. And Nami says, "Right, I'll try to wake her up. Wake, wake up, Come on, Sakura, wake up." While Naruto fights Ansem.
I can see Naruto actually going Kratos on him.
Yeah, and you know that speech
He like really beats on him. Like, I can see him going like how the Baldur fight went in the opening of the 2018 God of War.
Yeah, and I could see Naruto's. You know that scene where Sanji says he wishes he had the powers to peep at girls in the original.
Yeah.
When he says he has that kind of when Naruto learns Ansem that has that kind of power, Naruto is disgusted. That's not. You treat Sakura like she's some kind of sex object, but she's not. She's a person. She's her own human being. And if she's gonna marry someone, she's gonna marry me. And and you know what? That woke up. I could see that waking up Sakura.
Aww.
And even Nami says, "Wow, Naruto's love is so powerful that it woke you up." And said, "What, Nami? Where are?" Then she's like, "Oh, why am I in a wedding dress? It's not the wedding today, is it?" And Nami says, "No, you see that guy? You see that leopard guy? He kidnapped you and is forced you to become his bride, and Naruto's fighting him." And then
I see Sakura
Sakura,
like, he did what?
she yeah. Then she says, "You forced you. Now I remember you. You kidnapped me and sniffed my pain. I thought you were broke at first, but then I felt you licked me,
I also
and I
see
felt you
Sakura going, Naruto, do me a favor and kick this guy's ass.
pleasure." And it's been a long and intense fight, and almost wins, but Nami uses her climb attack to save him. And Sakura
Honestly, I see him
punches.
like repeatedly. Actually, I can see Naruto repeatedly punching him like Tony did to the Hulk in Ultron,
Yeah, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to
like
sleep.
bury him deeper into the ground.
Yeah,
I, was, I see Naruto like finishing off with like one of those like slow mo punches that go to their cheeks and like ripples on their face and sends them flying back.
Yeah,
That would be a fitting ending.
yeah, and that knocks him down. Then Lola comes in and says, "How dare you attack? Hey, he attacked me. He's gonna marry her, so I had to save her." And Lola says, "Oh, if you want him, just take him." She's like, "Okay, thank you." And Sakura says, "Who was that?" Oh, wait, no, wait. Actually, Nami was the one that said because Sakura is the one that knows Lola.
Like, long story.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Then
Naruto and Sakura run to each other and reunite.
I guess
You see Naruto
then
saying like, "You look really good in that wedding dress. Are you gonna keep it?" Hmm. I think
then
the last thing I
anyway,
said was the two Naruto asked Sakura if she was keeping that wedding dress.
yeah, and then the priest says, "All right, I'm getting sick of this. I gotta marry somebody today." Because he's based off the priest from Spaceballs.
Yeah. I mean, Naruto goes, "Well, and Sakura's already in a dress, so."
So Sakura, what do you say? Do you want to get married? He said, "What? But I wanted a big wedding." And Naruto says, "We can't have a big wedding. We can have two weddings."
We can have a big wedding after this.
Yeah. And he says, "All right, here we go. The short version. Do you? Yes. Do you? Yes. Good. You're married. Kiss her."
Yes.
Then and then they had their first kiss as husband and wife. And Nami, of course, cries. She cries genuinely.
I can see Naruto calling her Miss Uzumaki.
Yeah, and Sakura says, that sounds like a nice ring to it." And
They
you
just
said
got
that,
married, and
and Sakura says, "Yeah, their wedding. Wait till our wedding night." And if then the ghost of Deadpool comes in, that sense, ooh, better make this rated R. And Naruto asks, who was that?" Actually, it was Deadpool zombie, a Deadpool zombie. Isn't uh, the the creator of this podcast half-assed me into this. then he then he says, "Hey, this is my buddy Stan Lee. Salutations, Hmm. Excelsior, young lovers."
Excelsior.
Yep, like I love putting Stanley in these cameos. You know what? Would you say Oda is the Stanley of anime? No, Toriyama is.
Yeah, Toriyama was.
Yeah. Anyway, after they get married,
I think at this point Kuma was talking to Gecko Moria.
what?
I think Kuma was talking to Gecko Moria during this.
Yeah,
Because he later showed up to send Perona off somewhere.
yeah, and I believe Robin and Chopper were teaming up together to fight Holback,
Yeah.
and Zoro fights Ryuma.
Yeah, he fights that zombie that's got Brook Shadow and somehow wins
Yeah, and then
and
it's gonna be the same
gets
as
his sword.
yeah,
So does Naruto, Nami, and Sakura go back to the ship so Sakura can change and see Perona and her crew
yeah,
at the Sunny trying to take their stuff? Because
yeah,
that's where they see what Kuma can do.
yeah,
Well, meanwhile, Oars is off terrorizing the whole place, and I think Luffy met the real low at this point,
yeah,
if I'm remembering this right, because he has all those shadows put into him to become Nightmare Luffy.
yeah. I would do Nightmare Naruto, but I don't think we have time for that.
Now, plus you can't. There's not that many shadows they can split between the two of them.
Right. And then Or says, "I will be king of the pirate," and he was looking for a hat. And
Yeah,
then
I also see like Naruto and Luffy shadows fighting each other within wars.
yeah,
Like, no, I'm gonna be
and
Hokage. No, I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
then he said, "No, I'm gonna be Hokage, king of the pirates, Hokage." And and Zoro says, "Yeah, that's Naruto and Luffy's shadow, all right." You know, especially when some ramen, no meat. I don't know what's scarier, Naruto's love for ramen or Luffy's love for meat. And Robin says they're both scary. And they tried the and then they tried the, the they stick together. I forgot what it was called, and they asked Robin to join, and Robin says, "No, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that."
that soldier docking system.
Yeah, it kind of
Like,
reminded me of
no,
Power
do not ask me to ever do that.
Rangers. And
And
with
Sanji
Sakura doing
realizes, like, oh,
Hmm.
No, Sakura would not do that.
No, but
If she
Naruto.
did, she'd insist on switching with Sanji.
Yeah,
Probably not to seem like he's more grown up than Sakura.
yeah. Maybe Luffy. Maybe Luffy. But
Because he
then,
saw when he saw that Luffy would do it, but I remember when Naruto saw that hand thing Guy's team did it during saving Gar, he was like so cool, and everyone was like, nope, not doing it.
hmm,
So do you think Sakura's devil fruit powers can actually like hurt ores? Like she can, her strength is that massive it can like knock him down.
yeah,
'Cause I can see her having trained with her powers now.
yeah. She's getting all powerful, and she helps Luffy fight him.
'Cause maybe she can actually like enlarge parts of her body with extra strength.
Yeah, and then
So then it should
when I
be
saw
the fight against Moria.
yeah, when I saw Nightmare Luffy, I thought he was gonna turn into the Hulk.
He pretty much is kind of like the Hulk. Only if the Hulk had a time
Yeah,
limit, how long he could actually be in that mode.
yeah. He okay. I could see if he if this is gonna be deleted scene, but he would hear Maria says, "I am a god, you tall creature." And he grabs Maria and slams him. And then he said, "Puny god."
E- Even though Moria's like already towers over Luffy as it is, even in nightmare mode.
Yeah,
But it would still be funny.
yeah. So I just had to do another
Like, wait, what are you
Avengers
doing?
reference.
What are you doing? No, I can see that, and like Moria's like, wait, what are you doing? No, no, don't do that. Or do you have that like look on his face after Luffy's done slam? Yeah, that I think he'd be like,
and
he'd be like
the
really pissed off.
yeah,
To be fair, I think Moria's fruit is pretty busted
yeah.
with the
I
shadow
believe
shadow
Mori
fruit.
after all that, Mori Moria. Yeah, and he captured Nami. I mean Robin's shadow.
Yeah, it was during that final fight before they started fighting him.
Yeah, and we have that scene where where it looks like the sun was about to come up, and the zombies wanted to hide,
Yeah, yeah.
but they
Like I
refused.
say,
But the
I wonder what Sakura's reaction would be knowing Naruto lost his shadow.
she would be pissed.
I think she'd be kind of scared too, knowing what his fate would be if they don't get it back.
Yeah,
If you do remember, like they, like Sanji, Robin, and Zoro were like turning to dust, losing their upper halves.
yeah. This is gonna be one of Sakura's biggest arcs because she's gonna fight Moria.
Or her and Luffy.
Yep. And
where they
this isn't. Look, this is
free all the
where I.
shadows.
Yeah. This isn't Lunami yet, but it's starting. Nami's starting to worry for Luffy, and she has this feeling in her heart on why, but she doesn't know it yet. It's not. But after all that, I believe they all. Do you remember what happened next? After.
Well, after they beat Moria just as the sun came up, and they were all those that lost their shadow were like losing their perhaps. After that, Kuma showed up,
Yeah,
and where Zoro offered himself, did a nothing happened.
yeah,
Sorry, that's like one of the best scenes of One Piece.
it is.
The fact that he was still standing like half dead and like nothing happened.
Yeah,
That's why I like Zoro so much. He was that loyal to Luffy.
yeah, he was.
Imagine Sakura doing that.
Yeah, she would do that for Naruto.
Doing that for Naruto.
Yeah, she would also do it for Nami as well. She's loyal to Nami too, and Robin.
And Robin.
Yeah. Then Sanji, Zoro knocks off Sanji, even though he doesn't like Sanji. He doesn't want them dead.
Now, like, okay, I'll do it. We'll do it somewhere else. We'll do it somewhere else.
Yeah. I think Nami was the one that finds out about Ace. Ace was
I
captured.
think so, but I don't know because I know Lola mentions the Beaver card because she
Yeah.
gives Nami.
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually. You guys remember at like the aftermath of Moria's defeat?
Yeah. And the Moria, Alstom, and Hogback escape, and they read that Ace was in
Mm-hmm.
prison.
Are they gonna do? Are Naruto and Sakura gonna do like a redo on their wedding before
Yeah.
leaving?
Only this time it's that they hired the
Only
same
doing
priest.
it for real with the crowd and Naruto in a suit.
Yeah, and Luffy is his best man, and Nami's the maid of honor. And during the wedding, you know who would watch? I think Zoro. No, not Zoro. He's unconscious.
Now Zoro's like still like recovering, so he really can't move.
Right. Would Chomper? No, he's the ring bearer. He'll be the ring bearer.
I could see Chopper, maybe Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie. Of course, Sanji's at the wedding, but he's crying, but not because they're getting married, because he's depressed that he's not marrying Sakura. Despite all that, he's still a groomsman, despite his rivalry with Naruto. And he was about refused, but Sakura did the puppy dog pound. And because, of course, Brooke played the piano, the organ. Here comes the bride. You know how Naruto would feel when he sees her in that dress.
He'd
He
like,
cried
hmm, he really, yeah.
during his vows. He vows not to make make her smile, and we have kids. I'll make sure. I'll make sure they won't have a they won't have a sad childhood like I have because I have you around. And Sakura says her wedding vows and vows to be with Naruto till till the end of their lives. And spoilers, they'll be married for like 70 something years.
Aw.
Then he said, "Now I pronounce you husband and wife, real this time. You may now kiss the bride." And they kissed, and they had their second, first official kiss, as husband and wife. And then Luffy's, "All right, wedding reception." He's excited to eat meat, the meat,
Yeah.
and
You
they
think
cut.
Naruto would dance with Nami at the reception?
Yeah, and I could see Naruto teasing Nami about Luffy,
And
and and and Sakura dances with Luffy. Nah, actually, yeah, he would.
yeah, Sakura does see Luffy as a friend and kind of has a bond with him.
Yeah, and she says, in a way, you and Naruto act like each other. I could swear you two are brothers. Yeah,
I can see her being
I-
glad Naruto's got a true friend with Luffy.
yeah,
'Cause to be fair, the people back in the Leaf really aren't like you don't really buy them as like true friends to Naruto.
yeah. Even the
I
ones
mean,
I
outside
like,
Shikamaru, I really don't see them.
no,
There's only Shikamaru and Gar are like the really only two real friends he has.
yeah. Do you know what's my favorite Shikamaru line? I don't care for Sasuke.
Hmm.
When he said that, I was like, ditto.
Like, why should he?
Why should
The
we
only
care
reason
though?
he's going to get him back is because it's a mission. I don't think he really cares what happens after it.
Yeah,
Wait, do you
I think
remember that line of Kakashi saying, "Who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum"?
what did Sasuke do? Abandon his friends.
Yeah, he's worse than scum according to Kakashi's little message there.
Yet he let him back. Hypocrite much?
Yeah, that's why another reason why Kakashi's the worst.
Yeah, I agree. And then after all that, um, Naruto Naruto says, "I have a song for Sakura. She has a song for me, and then we're gonna have our first dance as husband and wife." Do you know what their first song? What Naruto's song will be?
Hmm. Hmm.
I think it should be "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" by Elton John. That works.
I could I could see that.
Yeah, and Sakura sings because you loved me from Celine Dion. Uh,
Hmm.
But you know what their song together is? "I See the Light" from Tangled. I see that as a
Aw.
Naruto. I see that as a Narasaki song. Out of all the Disney music
I do
romantic,
see that. I do see that too.
I would say "A Whole New World," but that's a Sora Kyrie song in my opinion.
I feel it applies to both, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I could see after that Robin and Sakura hang and Nami hangs out for a bit, and Sakura gushes over Nami's bridesmaid dress. Meanwhile, Naruto was drinking beer with Usopp and Luffy. But then he feels someone tapped his shoulder, and he looks over to see his parents, the ghost of his ghostly parents. And it's like, "Mom, Dad." Then he smiles,
Yeah.
and then Luffy's like, "Look, Naruto, who are you talking to?" Then he looks back and see they're gone, and said, "Nobody." The ghost of Minato and Kushina look and cry. And said, "He did it. My baby found a girl like me." Naruto later rejoins Sakura, and they have to eat their food. I, Naruto gets some ramen and says, and he grabs some sauce and says, "Naruto, what is that?" It's called Shinakachu sauce, and that caused for some reason that caused Sakura to smile. "Did you say Shinakachu?" I said, "Yeah, why?" No, she said, "No reason. It just that name, that word feels right for some reason." Shinakachu. Shinakachu. And that's how she thought of what to name her son. What it
Hmm.
that's
Aw.
and then and where did the name Boruto come from? Do you know?
I don't know where it came from. All I know is it means like screw or nail.
Really?
I think it
I,
was more in
I could,
line of keep with Neji's names.
oh, I was gonna getting ready to take a shot at. Actually, yeah, I could see since you said screw or nail, I could see Frankie trying to build something. Then he hits his. I just got hit with the Boruto, and then Sakura says, "Never say that word again." Or Naruto. Why does that name Boruto? Why does that word disgust me for some reason?
Don't you ever say that word.
What does that
Okay,
word?
I won't do it.
Why does that word disgust me for some reason? Asks Naruto. And then Nami says, "Do you guys want some salad?" And Sakura asks, "What?" And I'm sorry, I mean salad, not salad. Because when I heard Sarada's name, I thought her name was Salad.
I think everybody thought that.
I heard even some Boruto haters like her. To me, no. She's
Yeah, I've
an
heard
Uchiha.
that too, that she's probably the best. I mean, there's some interest there, but I just don't care.
I don't care for any of the Boruto characters. I just there's nothing likable about him.
There really isn't.
You could say, I could hear his defenders say, "Oh, he has a terrible childhood because his father won't be there for him." And like, so what? At least he still have his father. But
Yeah, like
his
that's
father
supposed to
didn't
make
have
you
any.
sympathize.
Yeah,
His father had no parents.
what gives him the right? Then anyway, back to the story. I believe Brooks sings his song. Yo ho, yo ho. That
Yeah,
was a great song.
Binks is
I gotta
blue.
admit. Brings the brew.
Yeah, it was because Ian Sinclair really sold it when he sang it.
Yeah. Then Naruto. Then he Brooks asks to join his crew, and if the offer still stands, and Luffy says sure, in his tuxedo shirt. Then he says, "All right, now now it's time for the now certain pirate wedding traditions. The best man and maid of honor must dance together." And Nami and Luffy look at each other, and Nami blushes. And Luffy says, "If you don't want to dance, you don't have." And Nami says, "Yeah, let's do it." And then they dance. And Naruto and Sakura look at each other, hold hands, and say, "Gotta admit, they look cute together." They kind of ship it, and Sanjay, of course, cries. But then Naruto says, "Oh, I'm gonna go check on Zoro." Well, he was still see if he was still recovering. He didn't show up to the wet. Well, actually, he kind of did. He listened to it from a
Kind of. He was kind of still asleep.
yeah. He says he was talking to him. He was talking to him unconscious, despite being unconscious. I can see Naruto still talking to Zoro about and thanking him for being
Yeah.
his friend. Sure, we don't interact as much as like you do you with Luffy and Sanji, even though you and Sanji fight. But still, Zoro, you're one of my best. You're one of my best friends. You've been there for you've been there for us ever since we got here. You, you supported our relationship, and you stopped Sanji from sabotaging ours. Because I can see Zoro doing that, don't you? Not for Naruto,
Yeah.
but just despite Sanji. Then I believe the next day Zoro wakes up and we we have that scene with him and Brooke.
Yeah, I think Brooks saw what Zoro did.
Yeah. th- and they say their goodbyes after the wedding. Lola gives Sakura paper calling it her mother's Viva card, I believe. And that's how they'll find
Mm-hmm.
Lola's mother. And Luffy remembers the piece of paper Ace gave him back at Albert. And he,
But that won't be for a long time.
yeah. And while that ends Thriller Bark, we're still doing another arc. But this, while it's not canon to the original story, it's canon to this story. You know what will happen? Here was here's how it would start. Naruto and Sakura were about to begin their wedding night. They come in.
Are we going into this arc?
We're going to we're having an original arc, original for this podcast, not for the
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
um. What can like I Naruto and Sakura were about to, they locked the door and about to have their wedding night. And then all of a sudden, they they feel a a beam of light show up, and out and out and fell and something fell out of the portal and and it dropped and it dropped on their bed. Ugh! And it looks like a little boy. He has blonde hair like Naruto's. And he fell down unconscious. Yes, it's one of those. Yeah, it's not original, but it's one of those things where where future son goes to the past and meets their parents. Spoilers: it's Shinakachu,
Yeah.
and after the guys, come here. What is it, Nard? Look, you're not gonna believe this, but he showed him the little place. Where did he come from? Is he still alive? And Sakura says, yes, but he's unconscious. Where did he come from? Who is he? Asks Luffy. We don't know. But Sakura will say, there's something familiar about him. It's like, I gotta protect him. He's, and Robin says, he's gotta be like at least 4 or 5. Sakura and Chomper examine him and said he'll be fine, but he needs some rest. Where are we gonna put him? Well, since he fell on our bed, he'll sleep with us for that. Naruto, of course, Naruto and Sakura decided to go back to sleep, and next morning, they see that the little boy is still unconscious until he stirs his eyes and uh, opens up a green, familiarized to both Naruto and Sakura. The little boy has green eyes like hers, and Sakura said,
And a familiar forehead.
yeah. Who are you? Where am I? What's going on? Who voiced little Shinakachu?
Johnny,
Yeah, he could still do a 5-year-old voice, right?
he's done young Ichigo a couple times.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That, calm down. Calm down, little man. You're safe. Where's my mommy? Then he said. Then he said, "Mommy." Then he hugs Sakura and said, Okay,
What?
Daddy. What? We're not your parents. We may be married, but
Hey, Sakura, you don't think this is our. Can't be. We just got married. But what if he's not from this time?
Sakura said, "What do you say? Are you saying he traveled through? Where's Uncle Luffy and Aunt Nami and Uncle Zuzu? Uncle Zuzu? Zoro. He calls Uncle Zoro
Okay,
Zuzu.
you're right, now. This kid's from a different time.
and and then I said, uh, guys, he's a. And Naruto says, guys, the little boy is awake, and there's more. He called me and Sakura mommy and daddy. And Luffy said,
Would this Sheena have his straw hat?
what? Would she not have a straw hat?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. They didn't notice it until now.
Because I'm seeing him having that with him.
Yeah. He said, where'd you get that straw hat?
Oh, and he also had this hat with him.
Yeah. And Luffy says, I still have mine. So where'd he get his?
Mommy made it for me like Uncle Luffy's.
Then Luffy said, did you say Uncle Luffy?
Did you just call me Uncle Kid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Aunt Nami. Hi, Auntie Nami. And Nami's face dropped. But she still finds him adorable. That she hugs him. Hello, what's your
I
name?
can see Robin finding him adorable too.
Yeah. What's your name? Can you tell us your name? Auntie Robin, don't you remember? It's Shinakachu. And Sakura says, Shinakachi. Then she remembers last night at the wedding, she was beaming at the name word Shinakachi. No, we can't. Tell your parents, Mommy, you're scaring me. where's Where's Ace? Um, Ace. I think if Luffy had a son, his name would be Ace.
Yeah, I could see that.
He's my he's my best friend. In fact, where's
I have a
everybody else?
brother named Ace.
Yeah.
Ace is my best friend. He's never met since knowing a kid like you.
yeah. Can you tell me what happened the last time you remember? Mm, oh yeah, there's there was this mean old pirate. He was so vicious, so evil that he hates Uncle Luffy, and wants to be king of the. Can you tell me his name? Oh yeah, his name is so bad. It's so evil that that he has a bounty that everyone shivers down his name. What is it? Andrew. Then and Luffy's and Luffy of all people said, Andrew. What kind of stupid name is that? yeah,
Oh,
that's
there's dumber names in One Piece, trust me.
yeah, I know, but
I mean, one guy's named Pika.
yeah, but I think Andrew in the One Piece world would be a weirder name. Would be
Yeah.
yeah. Of course, Andrew is based off of me if I was a evil pirate. Well, what you don't know.
Andy.
That little boy has something that I need. I, why was he after you? And Naruto asked, why was he after you? He said, because my daddy is king of the pirate. Because actually, my daddy is Hokage. And Naruto's like, what? How could your dad be Hokage if Tsunadi's still Hokage? Because Tsunade retired last year. And they asked him, will Kakashi be Hokage? And they all said, no, no. And Tsunade said, no, he will not. Then Sakura says, oh, thank God. Can you imagine him as Hokage?
Hmm.
Then he, then he said, well, since you're here with us, Tipper, why don't you spend time with uh, I, he said, okay, I want to spend time with you, Daddy. And Naruto says, I'm not your dad. And Sakura said, just play along with him. Maybe we'll get to find his parents. It'll be sometime later before they realize that he traveled through time. And meanwhile, and the evil Andrew plot was back in his base where in an abandoned island. He he finds out where the Sunny, the Golden Sunny is. He, he orders his men around to find the brat and bring him here, but bring him here alive. And don't kill off his, and whatever you do not kill off his parents because they hold because he hold if you kill him, then the device he's holding will disappear too. You could kill the others, but never Naruto and Sakura. You know what device he has? It's a time travel watch. It's kind of like a time travel watch. You know who invented it? It's a
Hmm.
mystery. It was you know who discovered it though? He did. He wandered. Here's how it happened. He wandered off after his parents told him to stay there, stay in the ship. Then he saw something shine and goes to the island to check it out. And he sees Andrew. Said, "Where is it? Where is it?" I found. But before he could, Shinakachu took it and said, "Hey, this will be great for my parents' wedding anniversary." Then he touches, and they both. Then they and Andrew and his men went back in time, but they went separately. That sounds kind of dumb, but it works, doesn't it?
Hmm.
You know, I could see Sakura being motherly towards Shinakachu, even when she's not yet a mother.
Yeah.
And he gets close with Nami as well. And Robin, of course, teaches him about books and history and all that. And then one time he got hungry and said he went to Sanji's kitchen and said, "Hi, Uncle Pervert." What you call me? I said, Uncle Pervert. That's what Daddy calls you. Whoever your daddy is, I'm gonna kill. He said,
I mean, seriously, they just can't tell that it's. He literally looks like Naruto.
"Yeah, but they still actually, you know, actually, you know who I think will be the first to realize it? Robin. She looks at the watch.
Yeah,
And,
Robin is the smartest of the whole crew.
yeah, she looks at the watch and said, "Naruto, Sakura, this is your child from the future." And what would Naruto and Sakura say?
What?
You mean our child? He mentioned an ace. So does that mean Ace is still around? Why would he be best friends with Shinakachu? And I can see Robin saying, "This is my hunch, but I have a feeling that this Ace might not be the same Ace
Is a
he
different
you
ace.
got." Yeah. Then they hear, "Yeah, that is true." Then they see Andrew. He has that. Of course, he has that evil look in his eye. And
Ow.
I can see him flirting with Sakura too. So you're the one who,
Yeah, probably.
yeah. And I could see Naruto like, so you're the one who brought our future son. And he said, that I didn't want to. In fact, he found that device I wanted. What were you going to do? What else? I was going to make myself king of the pirates by killing Monkey D. Luffy. And forget. If there's anybody who's going to be king of the pirates, it's Luffy here, says Naruto. Yeah. And Naruto here is going to be Hokage. Why would you want to? Yeah, why would you want to kill Luffy? Asked Nami. Because he gives us pirates a bad name. Pirates are supposed to plunder, pillage, kill, and all that. And Luffy made a mockery of that. Instead, he goes on adventures and seas and all that nonsense. Of course, Andrew is an evil pirate. He wants the pirates to go back to the way they used to be. And Luffy says, I don't do any of that stuff. I may not be a hero, but I sure am not a bad guy either. I'm not a villain. And simply, and that's kind of nonsense that ruined the reputation of pirates. That's why Monkey D. Luffy, you must die. Then they fight. Gab. Naruto and Luffy and Andrew fighting. And then they hear, let go. Then they hear someone knock off Sanji's. And they hear crying, let go. And one of his crew members kidnaps Shinakachu. And you know who's pissed off? Sakura. Yep. She she uses her strength and beats all of them, and she took them all down with one hit. You know, in an RPG where you can take down one guy with one hit, that's what happens. Sakura's holds. Are you okay, Shinakachi? I'm fine, mommy. And then Brooke uses singing powers and it caused the idiot crew members to dance. And Anders, I am surrounded by idiots. That gives Luffy an opportunity to punch. The pirate does not do any of that. A pirate does not. A true pirate does not kill or murder or any of that. A true pirate is free as the wit. He goes on adventures with his friends and loved ones. That's why I'm going to be king of the pirates, so I can be with my friends for the rest of my life. And Naruto, and they all looked at him and said, Luffy. Well, sorry, I just was looking at a score, and the team I hate, Tennessee, is losing. Anyway, back to this story. What else happened? what else will happen? I could would Shinakachu have his powers, or would he? No, he's too young to fight. He's 5 in here, or actually he's 3.
Yeah.
And Sakura's all protective of him. She beats all of Andrew's crew. Then when something happened that caused them, that Naruto and Sakura and Nami and Luffy get in the same bound, and something happens. They accidentally touch the watch, and they go to the future. The 4 of them. And do you know what happens when they see the future? Naruto see his future self 10 year, about 10 years from now. He sees him. He sees him like a Captain America look. You know what I mean by that?
Hmm. Like when he first woke
Let's
up at the
say
end of the first movie.
no. I mean his future self will be Captain. Will be like Captain America in Infinity War. Well, and Sakura will look
Okay.
like. And Sakura will look like Kushina.
I see
Well,
Sakura looking more like Robin.
yeah.
Or rather, a probably more built Robin.
Yeah. And what would Nami look like? This
I don't know.
how about same as her parts two self?
Yeah.
When they see their future self, they gog. No, what would Naruto's reaction when he sees his future self?
Like, finally, somebody who has taste in hairstyles.
What would Sakura? How would Sakura? What would Sakura say?
I can see Sakura liking his. She, she see he. She'd say he looked handsome and the beard's a nice touch.
What about herself? What about her? What would she? I could see her
I think
liking
she'd
her.
look even more gorgeous.
Yeah, and then when he sees him, mommy, he runs to Shinakachu runs to older Sakura and says, "Oh, I miss you, baby. I missed you so much." Then she gives him a bunch of kisses, a bunch of mommy kisses. Of course, I doubt he would like that.
Yeah. I could see him kind of liking it.
Yeah. Then he sees his best friend Ace. Ace. They did their he and of course he and Shinakachu do a secret handshake.
would he be?
So
Would Ace look like an orange-haired Luffy?
yeah, as a whose child is that?
He looked like Luffy, but with Nami's hair.
Yeah. And Naruto asks, whose child is that? That's mine, says future Luffy. And
Well, other than me, I'm pretty sure you can figure it out who he looks like.
Well, yeah. Um. I, then he then Naruto puts two and two together, and then he smiles and says, "I knew it."
Like, no way, Luffy and Nami? Like,
Yeah.
yep.
And I could hear and Naruto ask, "Is Sanji still the same?" "Oh, Robin, oh Sakura, no, I made your dinner." And Sakura says, "Yep, they haven't changed." Where's Zoro? And they see Zoro all buffed up like Arnold Schwarzenegger buff. Would he be Schwarzenegger buff?
Surprised he doesn't look like that like now, considering how he trains.
You surprised what?
Surprised he isn't that huge with the way he trains.
Yeah. And when Sakura sees Robin, she's even more gorgeous. She looks like her part two
Yeah.
self. She looks like her part two self. Which I'm kind of mixed on which Robin I preferred. I
Yeah, it's hard, but I go with part two.
because of her, her boobs. But I don't know which hairstyle I would prefer.
For me, it's probably her first hairstyle from the time skip with the
Yeah,
slicked back one with the sunglasses.
yeah.
I can see future Naruto saying, "Yeah, you should have seen Sanji and Boa at their wedding, trying to hold them back at Luffy's wedding."
Yeah.
Like, who's Boa? You'll find.
And ask, oh, and Luffy asks, oh, speaking of Ace, how's he doing right now? And future Luffy,
Uh,
what would future Luffy say?
I don't really think I should tell you that.
And future Nami says, he's, we haven't seen him in a while. Let's just leave it at that. And past Luffy says, oh, and tell
But
him I
yeah,
started at
unless you.
what? Uh, then they ask, what is we saw Andrew, and Luffy says, yeah, that name, that man tried to kill me and Sakura, kill me and Naruto, kill all of us. What do you mean? What does he want with you? He says he want, like he said, he told you he wants to be king of the pirates, and he wants to return the pirates to old murderous selves, and he knows he can't kill me right now, so he went back in time to time when I was weaker. But even if I was at my weak spot, I still don't think he could beat me. I could buy Luffy saying that, don't you?
Yeah, I can see this one being like older and wiser, but still being himself.
Yeah, he's still stupid, but he's still a good husband and father. Like just like Naruto, he's and Naruto asks, "Did you ever go
Yeah,
back to?" And I could see Naruto asking, "Did you ever go back to our old world?" And and older Naruto says, "Yes." And Sakura asks, "Did Sasuke ever come back?" And future Sakura said, "Oh no, no, no. In fact, if I were you, I would give up on him." It was before they found out he went crazy. Remember?
when wasn't he ever crazy?
Back when they found out he wanted to murder the village.
Oh, okay. They didn't even meet him at that point yet,
That's what.
did they?
Yeah, yeah. That's what they're warning. That's what they're
When
learning.
this whole thing started?
Yeah. Then he's, bef- then they found out the watch was broken. Oh no, we're stuck in the past. And we gotta find a way to fix it.
So the future selves are stuck in the past. Is that what you're saying?
No, they're stuck in the future. The past selves are stuck in the future. Time
Oh, okay.
travel.
The past ones are in the future. Okay.
Yeah. And Naruto asks, and Luffy asks, "What's their bounty? What would their about? What would
The whole
Luffy?
cruise is over 10 billion.
Yeah." And Naruto asks, "They even have a bounty on our sons? You know what would
That's
their
not
bounty
true.
be?"
They're individual ones. Like Luffy's is probably like 6 billion. Naruto's is probably 5 billion, and Sakura's the same.
Yeah. And you know what? Not one of Nami's bounties be a pregnancy picture.
Nami's probably like maybe 500-600 million.
Yeah.
Million.
Yeah.
Because I could see her being like at least 600 million by the end.
Yeah. And then that's we gotta find a way to fix this watch. And if we're gonna go back, if we're gonna get you two guys back to the past, right? But how? Asked Naruto. Hmm. I Robin says I read somewhere that that there's an that there's a repairman that can fix anything. I mean anything. But he lives in this faraway land that we that's called Oda Island. Uh, you see what I did there, Oda Island?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and do you know? And his first name is. Do you know what Oda's first name is?
Ichiro.
Ichiro. His name is Ichiro, but he doesn't. He won't have a last name.
Okay.
Um, yeah, we must go to their. We must then. I could. We'll go. Says Naruto and Sakura and present Naruto and Sakura and Luffy. In fact, the future self will go with us since they'll guide us. They might come with the guy. I can see future Luffy said, "All right, then let's go." Well, we forgot to mention what would future Luffy look like.
Um, I'm not sure. I think Oda has done some stuff with like future versions, but like stuff in between the chapters.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, they make it through, and Nami asks, "How did I fall in love? How did you and Luffy get together?" And Nami says, "That's going to be secret. In fact, one, actually, we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there." Okay. They make it through the island. They have a race against Andrew and his crew, and they have a big epic fight against him. He has devil fruit. They found out he has devil fruit powers. What would his devil? I think his devil fruit powers would be literally devil fruit. He turns into a devil like monster.
Hmm.
And, and after all that, um, future future Naruto, the, the four, the two Naruto's and Luffy's do a combination together of their devil fruit powers. Of course, Naruto when Naruto and the two Naruto's join together, they turn as sexy version of Naruto, a grown up version of Naruto, and everyone and and then they all the guys nosebleed except for Sakura and who except the two Sakuras and Nami's who holds their heads out in embarrassment. And Sakura asks, "Please." And future Sakura sees the look on past Sakura's face and said, "Don't worry, he'll get smarter eventually." And he, then after their defeat, they meet his Ichiro Ichiro, and they ask him to fix this watch. And he says, "I haven't seen this watch in many years. Yes, I will fix it and bring you back to the past. Better. I'm glad you went here and not to that my friend Kishi." And Sakura asks, "Who's Kishi?" "The less you know, the better." Sorry, I can't stop having. I can't stop taking shots at Kishimoto. He
Yeah,
deserves, and not to mention, he does deserve it.
I can see Ichiro saying, that man's a hack.
Yeah. Hmm. Naruto asks, "What do you mean he's a hack?" He said, "Let's just say that he thought you should have been when hit that Hinata girl after hearing your story." And Naruto was like, "What? Hinata's a weird girl. Why would I go with her?" Then he says, "Now, once you go back, you will lose your memories of the future." And Naruto asks, "Why?" Because once you travel back, you will you will lose. Once you travel back again, you will lose your memories of you coming here. The reason Shinakachu didn't because he traveled back once, and then and then and then Nami says that doesn't make any sense. Then Luffy says, "I don't care. I just want to go back home." And they all went back home, back to the past, no memories. And once they get back, and they ask Naruto, Luffy, Sakura, and Nami, "Where were you guys?" And Naruto asks, "I'm not." And they don't even remember Shinakachu coming. And that's the end of.
Oh,
And that's the end of the. I know. But they still, but part of them still remembers them. Like Sora, like in Kingdom Hearts, a part of Sora still remembers Naminé. For
yeah.
some reason, I thought I Naruto feels like he dreamed about Shinakachu, and he feels happy. Meanwhile, in the future, Sakura says, "Oh, Naruto, there's something you should know. I'm pregnant again." And Naruto's like, "Ah!"
Maybe
He's
Naruto
happy
being
he's gonna be a
like,
fall. He's gonna have another baby. What?
I was gonna say he'd be ecstatic hearing that.
Yeah. Would Shinakachu want a little brother or say can he or a little sister? I can see him wanting a little sister because he has Ace
I
as
say
his
sister because
brother.
Nami is just too adorable. Yeah,
Hanami. Yeah. And and if Luffy and Nami has a kid as another kid, they'll call her Bellamere.
yeah,
Yeah. And that was fun, wasn't it? An original an original arc.
yeah.
Best part is I think
Uh-huh.
my favorite part was having Naruto be a good father. 'Cause The, the ending of Naruto broke
Yep,
me, of course. Because I thought he was going to be an excellent father when he grew
it
up.
did.
But turns out he was a terrible father. But is he the worst? I don't. Maybe I think. Oh, out of all the fathers I've seen, Ozai is the worst father. But Naruto's up there. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm just checking. You agree with me? Since we're probably gonna hold off. We're not gonna. We're still gonna. It depends on what happens, but we're probably gonna hold off Naruto, One Piece, and do Kingdom Hearts, Star Wars next week. Okay. It depends on what
Okay,
day and
plus
time.
I think you gotta get farther in the anime to keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Even though I'm
Plus, you're
not
only
done
at
with.
Saba Onion. I think we need to get you past Marineford.
Yeah, but I still don't regret what I'm doing right now. I still don't do regret not Naruto, One Piece, because it's kind of fun.
That's fine. It's a fun idea.
It is. Next week we'll do Kingdom Hearts, Star Wars. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
We'll talk for a few minutes
Mhm.
before we sign off. Okay.
All right.
So it's getting closer. Since it's getting closer today
Ow.
to my Naruto anniversary podcast. I don't know when in May,
Yeah.
but I don't know when in May, but trust me, I'm gonna have my rant of a lifetime against Kishimoto when I get there. That's gonna
On
make
hold
James
my
S.
beer moment.
It's gonna be so big. It's gonna make James S. Cassidy blush.
Yeah, it's like it's a hold my beer moment.
Say it again, you broke off. Say it again, you broke off.
It's a hold my beer moment.
Yep.
Oh, hold my beer. Uh, you hear that Disney canceled like 3 Marvel movies?
Oh, really? Oh, I'm so sad. I just think they should. I think the MCU should have ended after No Way. After I was gonna say No Way Home, but Endgame. Don't get me wrong. I love No Way Home, and that was a perfect finale for the Spider-Man series. But
Yeah, but I fear they're doing a fourth movie.
yeah, I know.
But at least we're spared another Captain Marvel and Eternals movie.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch the Captain America movie, the new one, because again,
I'm
I
not.
like Sam. I like Sam and I like Bucky, but Bucky should have been the new Captain America.
He should have.
Yeah, Sam should have stayed as the Falcon.
Yeah.
I've been replaying Spider-Man 2, the new game plus. That's because I wanted to play the game where you play the
Really.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. You could do that until you get to level 31 in Spider-Man 2.
Hmm,
That's my favorite Spider-Man suit because it's
really.
nostalgic. Yeah, maybe it's because it's nostalgia. So, I hope Kentucky plays on Thursday and Saturday. Day, Thursday and Saturday if they win on Thursday, because I want to. They'll probably play at night on Friday, but I want to be guaranteed that they play on Thursday because you know what I mean. Yeah,
Okay.
it's my favorite. About this time last year, me, you, and First Evil did a Kingdom Hearts Naruto podcast. We need to do something with him, and well, he could be part of the
All right.
Naruto podcast. Him and Lucky, and hopefully Chad. I invited Chad. I don't know if she'll come, but I still
I'll have to
invited her
see what he's
anyway.
doing. Yeah.
And Blue Star says he wants to join. I don't think James S. Cassidy will join.
Yeah. It'd be nice, but if he can't, he can't.
Right. Um. Lucky said he might make a One Piece live action podcast someday. Me and him been texting each other on Discord. So, any movies are you? So, are any movies you watched lately that you haven't seen in a long time?
No, I haven't really been going out to movies. There's really nothing.
I mean, at home.
Not really. Not till like July where I'm planning to do like a Disney marathon.
I might watch Aladdin soon.
I'm, I'm gonna do the Disney movies that were in Kingdom Hearts.
What?
I'm gonna do the Disney movies that were in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, in order to understand the story.
Oh yeah, just because I want to. Like I'll go,
Yeah,
I'll start from the ones in Birth by Sleep and then go try to go up to 3.
yeah. Did you watch Snow White?
I haven't seen Snow White in like years.
I watched it about a couple months ago, and while the movie still holds up, Snow White as a character does not. The only reason to watch that movie is the dwarves and the Wicked Witch.
Oh, the dwarves. Which the new one will pretty much ruin.
We're not gonna talk about the new one because this is a happy time.
Yeah, let's not.
You know, it's gonna be the 30th anniversary of Lion King. Though that makes me feel old. I saw that movie in theaters when I was 5 years
Really?
old. Yeah, I think I just moved in my new city I live in now, and that was the first movie I watched there.
Wow.
I think the first movie I ever watched in theaters was Aladdin.
I don't even remember the first movie I ever saw.
Yeah. Did you see the Pokemon movies when you were a kid
Yeah, they
in
did a
theaters?
what?
What? The Pokemon movies.
Yeah, I saw them in theaters. I saw them in theaters. No, no, I don't.
Yeah,
Maybe the first one and second I saw.
yeah, I saw all
I
three.
think I don't really remember. Yeah, I only saw the first one in 2000 in theaters. I think.
Yeah, I saw. I remember. I think 2000 was the first time I shipped Poke shipping.
Imagine Sheena as a Pokemon trainer.
Shinakachu, he'd be a good one.
Yeah, I can see Naruto and Sakura being like part of the Elite Four.
Yeah, me
Question is,
too.
what region would he be from?
Um, Kanto.
I say Jo- I say Naruto and Sakura would be from Johto,
Yeah,
but that's just because I'm a Gen 2 is my favorite gen.
yeah. Gen 1's my favorite.
I wonder what would they stick with one typing or they have like different typings.
I think different typings. I think Sakura will be the most powerful
Like
Pokemon
what team
trainer.
would Sakura run? Like a okay, she'd actually have balanced teams and type coverage.
Yeah.
So which Cynthia, who's like the top tier of Pokemon champions,
Yeah, she would. Sakura would.
because Cynthia is not a joke. I've played Diamond, and she does not hold back. You look her up; she's like the most feared Pokemon trainer
Would
ever.
you say she's the Nico Robin in Pokemon?
Yes,
Was she in the anime at all?
she's both. Who? Cynthia? Yeah, she was
Yeah.
in Diamond and Pearls seasons and has popped up in future seasons too.
Um.
It's funny because I see this picture of her, but with like one wing and Sephiroth's sword.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, she's no joke.
Yeah. I remember. You know, I was thinking about this Pokemon Robot Chicken sketch where Ash summoned Glinda from Wizard of Oz. Did you see that one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and Misty said something sexual, and Ash winked. Guess Robot Chicken ships Poke shipping.
Yeah, I just can't.
I remember it took them so long to make fun of Naruto.
I don't feel they do enough of Naruto being made fun of.
Yeah. They're still going, right? Robot Chicken.
Hmm.
Or did Seth Green quit?
I don't know actually. I haven't really watched it in a long time.
How about when we get to Kingdom Hearts Star Wars next week, I'm spoilers. I'm including Ahsoka in the story.
Okay.
I just think she's an important character. I don't. I mean, in she's one. It's gonna be Clone Wars Ahsoka or Rebel. At least Rebels Ahsoka, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope fanfic.net comes up soon.
Ugh.
I'm gonna end it right now. Okay.
You hear the showrunner of X-Men '97 got fired?
Who? Who
The
got fired?
showrunner for the new X-Men cartoon got fired.
What for?
The showrunner?
I said what for?
I don't know. We don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't think it's really gonna solve anything.
Save it.
Yeah, there's no saving this show.
Yeah, I heard it's gotten bad reviews.
Yeah, I don't know why Bishop's there.
What?
I mean, I like Bishop, but isn't he from the future?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna stop right now. I'm gonna end it right now. We'll talk more next week. Okay. Hopefully,
Okay, see
take
ya.
care.